Yes, ma'am.
All right, I call a regular meeting for the Milliken Board of Trustees for June 10th, 2026 to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will town clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Cummins.
Here.
Trustee Dean.
Here.
Sorry, my microphone's not working. Trustee Nix.
Here.
Trustee Rarick.
Here.
Trustee Wakeman.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
He needs to be led into the meeting.
He was earlier.
Well, he's not now.
He's right there.
There he is.
He left and now he's back.
Trustee Orcutt.
Here.
I mean, not Mayor Pro Tem. Oh my gosh. Mayor Austin.
Here we go again.
Mayor, are you here?
Here.
Okay.
It's not me.
It's not you.
Do I have any changes or updates to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Rarick.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Do we have any citizens' comments tonight?
You do have several people on Zoom, so I don't know, ma'am.
Yeah, we have two citizens on Zoom. Okay, hearing no citizens' comments. We have 3 sets of previous meeting minutes to approve, starting with the special meeting on May 20th, 2026. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the minutes from the special meeting on May 20th, 2026.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Rarick.
Yes.
Trustee Wakem.
Yes.
Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Looking at the meeting minutes from May 27th, 2026. Do I have a motion?
There are a few clerical corrections that will be made, and I'll have you sign those later. It's just some typos.
Okay. But they are factually correct. We can go ahead and approve. I'll take a
Yes.
motion.
I move to approve the minutes from May 27th, 2026.
I second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Rarick.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Finally, we had a special meeting on June 3rd, 2026. I'll take a motion on those minutes.
I move to approve the meeting minutes from June 3rd, 2026 as presented.
I second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Cummins.
Yes.
I need some time. Trustee Nix.
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Rarick.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries. Oh my God.
Next up is the town administrator's report. Reporting will be interim town administrator Stephen Krolchek.
Good evening, trustees and Mayor Austin. So this will be my first town administrator report. It might be a little bit lengthy, so we can shorten this as time goes, but there's been a lot that's happened in Milliken over the last couple of weeks, so I would like to make sure I give all staff credit for what has been done here. So this is the season now where Parks is constantly pulling weeds and mowing all the areas that need to be mowed. They're installing mulch and new plants to make sure Milliken looks beautiful, as always. The new Early Park Playground project started on Monday. The equipment arrived on Tuesday. The new playground is currently being installed on site, which is actually ahead of schedule. Once completed, the team will install the mulch for the playground and will be ready to be operational. During Public Works, all documents have been submitted for the TAP grant. It's been a busy week for the equipment storage project. A lot of material testing, walls have been poured, and it needs about a 7-day cure time. After that, they'll do damp proofing and installation will be placed on the walls next week. Water and wastewater, the town backflow preventers have all been tested. They're waiting on parts to complete a few minor follow-up on maintenance. They're working on some sewer line over here on Pelican Joe's, which had a pretty large backup. Big project going right now, which is the meter project. A lot of residents and everybody has probably noticed those. We've been working with Metron to replace all the meters. Roughly about 1,200 meters to date has been replaced, which is about 50% of our system that needs to be installed. Estimation of completion time is going to be about the end of this month is what we're still looking at. Talking about town, water staff have been helping the project, repairing yokes that come apart during meter changes. They're locating meter pits, raising and lower meters. They're investigating any kind of irregular reads on the meters and then helping with anything that might need, from tightening them up to making sure they're all turned back on when they're finished with the project. Then water department and finance staff have been weekly meeting with them, going over any issues, discussing problems, and making sure we address those before, citizens have any long-term solution or long-term issues with it right now. So everything's going their way though, it's going good. And so, like I said, we're trying to finish that project by the end of this month. Court and the community groups, the new town's municipal court judge has officially assumed their duties. And she's been working with staff to do a successful onboarding process. It seems to be going very well. In alignment with ensuring accessibility, justice, and regular compliance, the court is actively searching external interpreter firms and alternative language accesses to help support non-English speaking defendants during our cases here. Also to help with redundancy in the court, they are doing internal cross-training with the deputy town clerk, Martin. She's working with the town clerk to do training on the processes and making sure we have coverage during peak volumes and when staff have absences. The summer feeding program has launched and is going strong. Right now they have daily participation numbers from 100 to about 145 right now. So a very good program that's going in there that will run through August 6th. Mickle concluded the year-end. They did a year-end barbecue at the police department. They saw 60 youth join that event, so a very good turnout for that. Town clerk's office has been very busy. Now that we have some positions filled, we are doing some staff transitions. Deputy Clerk Martin, who's been in the role for a little bit, is officially taking over the role now that she can actually get on board with Carrie and kind of work and getting the process and the system together for that. We've also got Tammy, who's been in the front desk, who's actually moving out to Public Works. She'll be working with Parks and Public Works there and help them out in their location with the fleet and different things that we have there. So we're getting her transition over to that and getting her office ready. Also with that is the Milliken Festival Committee and staff. We've been getting everything ready. We've been meeting weekly to plan the Beef and Bean Day 2026. Outside the meetings, the clerk's office has spent a lot of time trying to get brochures together, get social media stuff together, drafting out the updates, building the necessary participation reports and everything that we need on the website. Do want to thank all of our volunteers and the town staff that's in the festival committee. All their time and dedication. It's some long nights, a lot of decisions being made. I can spend all night here going over everything that's been worked on the last several weeks, or actually the last several months now. But instead, we'll have Carrie provide a report to the board and kind of give a better detailed report on that. The finance team is happy to announce we do have a new team member. Our receptionist, Allison, has officially taken a position. She started this week. So if anybody has time, come by, stop by and say hi to her. We're very happy to have her on the team, and we're getting very happy to have a full staff again. It's been a nice thing to have now. So we're getting her onboarded, and the same thing with our new other new AP clerk that we have, getting them both on board and ready to go. We're continuing busy with the audit, and we're also working with the water department to get the new meters installed. As you imagine, all the meters get installed. They now have to be in the system, get everything updated. So we're working actively to get all of them in the system for that. We've also been working with IT. Rick has been working with me. We're trying to get the implementation of our new time clock system. Very excited to get that live. We're looking about July to have that rolling. We have an old time collect system that has been around for probably 20-ish years. Hasn't been changed, nothing's been updated, so it is definitely time to get a better system for us that can deal with flexibility from PD to public works to office staff. Rick, Carey, and myself also have been meeting. We're working on the phone system. We're going to try to implement a new auto attendant system. It will help us route calls better, making sure we don't miss anything. As short staff, it's hard to always keep up the volume of calls. So we're trying to work on the phone system that makes it easier to make sure it goes to the right person instead of having to get transferred or wait around. So we're hoping to get that underway here in the next month, and that'd be good for us on the front desk here. PD has, they've been held their police corporal promotion assessment. 2 internal candidates were part of the assessment. Officer Isaac Garcia was promoted to the position and sworn in last week. He brings a wealth of experience, he's a great character, and more importantly, his leadership would be great for that. So we really appreciate everything he's done and, congratulate him for his promotion there. Chief Garcia attended the CACP board meeting, who is currently our CACP Northeast Regional Co-Representative for Colorado, which I believe he's at training right now currently for him. And then we also have other training, which is Officers Fernandez and Bon Campbell, who attended the female law enforcement training. There's a full May PD report at the end of the agenda here. So I know that was long, but this is the completion of my administrative report, and I can answer any questions you might have.
Questions from the board?
How's your first couple weeks been?
It's been amazing.
Busy, but good, right?
It's been busy. Staff has been great to help me out with filling in some of the gaps to make sure that we keep everything going. So keeping all the balls in the air, and we're moving forward.
Good.
Did you say 2 of the female officers are
Correct.
training?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, thank you. Nice report. Next up is the paid list of bills. Does anybody have any questions on those bills?
There isn't one.
There's no
list of bills. It's just a formality.
That could be a question. We had no checks during this time for those bills.
We had to move them up because of CML and canceling that second meeting of the month. So it kind of interrupted the check run. So the next one will be longer.
Funny, I thought I signed some checks.
So you did, so that will be on the next list of bills here.
Due
Due to timing of getting it ready for the packet, we don't have anything during the last time the list of bills were presented and this time. But on the
Got it.
following one, we will have 3 check runs on that list of bills.
So it'll be like 2 months worth of stuff.
Month and a half, right?
okay.
We kind of delayed a little bit just so we can follow the best we can.
Understood. I mean, I am working without a computer tonight.
Understood.
All right. There is nothing on the consent agenda, so we will move to the first action item, which is the consideration and approval of a change order number 2 for the Public Works Equipment Storage Building. Presenting tonight will be John Rabus, our Streets and Facilities Director. Welcome. We haven't seen you in a while. You haven't asked for any money recently. Then here you are.
Ground engineering and the structural engineer are recommending the 8-inch floor thickness due to the weight of the equipment that's going to be stored in there.
So this is a new development?
Yes, because during the RFP process, we just made the assumption that 6-inch might work with rebar. And once the engineers determined what the actual weight of all the equipment was, that's when it was determined that an 8-inch would be more suitable for our building.
Questions from the board? Trustee Wakeman.
No questions.
Trustee Nix.
No questions.
Trustee Rarick.
No question.
Trustee Cummings.
No questions.
Trustee Dean.
No questions.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt.
No questions.
I already asked mine, so, all right. If there's no further discussion on the item, I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to authorize the board to approve Mishler Construction Change Order Number 2 for $18,000.
I second.
I'll second.
Too slow.
It's the last.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Cummins,
Yes.
Trustee Nix,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Rarick,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next up, item number B is the Ehrlich Lake drainage improvements. John Rabus, Streets and Facilities Director.
Good evening. The Ehrlich Lake high water level is higher than the 54-inch stormwater discharge pipe. Ehrlich Lake high water level backs up into the stormwater discharge system, causing it to surcharge and prevents stormwater from draining at Saddleback Drive and Colony Point Drive. Right there in that intersection, we have a set of 3 different inlets. And with that stormwater, with the lake water already being inside of the stormwater system, once we have a small storm event, the water will just stand and pool at that intersection for a matter of about 30, 40 minutes. Then a year and a half ago, we had, the water was about a foot from going into the basements, residential basements.
And where was this at?
It's at Saddleback Drive and Colony Point, in Colony Trail Drive.
So, questions from the board, starting with Trustee Dean.
No questions.
I'm sorry, did he say no
He
questions?
said no questions.
Trustee Cummings.
No questions.
Trustee Rarick.
No question.
Trustee Nix.
No questions.
Trustee Wakeman.
Sorry, I have to ask a question. I told Carrie I didn't have any questions tonight, but that's not true. So just curious on changes. Obviously, there's enough slope to continue to drain. With elevating it, will it allow us to fill Ehrlich Lake fuller?
No, it won't allow it to fill Ehrlich Lake any fuller because the Hillsborough also supplies water to Ehrlich Lake. And what will happen if we do fill Ehrlich Lake up any fuller, it will
It'll
back up
backflow.
into that.
Okay, thank
And
you.
what we got, we have a three foot drop manhole.
Uh-huh,
And what they did at the time when they developed it, they dropped the stormwater discharge down 3 feet and they combined it into, what was that? 54-inch combined pipe where they could flow the Hillsborough water shares down into it and the storm drainage in one single pipe.
okay,
And in this project, we're looking at splitting the 2 separate.
okay. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt, any questions?
No questions.
Okay, so just for a little clarification, there's storm drainage on both sides of the street. Is one higher than the other?
No, what it is since you have both storm drains, sitting here, they're at equal height. It's the water the high water level that's in Ehrlich Lake
Okay.
is backfilling up into our storm drainage system. So the water is basically sitting in our storm drainage system, not allowing it to drain any rainfall.
I had a citizen comment to me on that when they were standing there looking at it. Probably the same citizen talked to you too. Yeah, she talks to everybody. All right, well, I'm glad that we're getting it fixed. If there's no further discussion on the item, I'll take a motion.
I move to approve and authorize the mayor to sign the proposed construction agreement with GLH Construction LLC for the construction of the Ehrlich Lake drainage improvements for $131,103.48.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Nix,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Rarick,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Cummins,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is agreement to reinstate and amend agreement for professional services with Tate and Associates, presenting as Kevin Como, Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mayor, trustees. So this is actually just a agreement to reinstate and then amend for Tate and Associates, who is our on-call civil engineer services. inadvertently, this agreement lapsed. We were looking into something else with Tate, and we noticed that the agreement had expired back in March of this year. So we've just kind of been operating as if the agreement was still in place for the last couple of months. So this one basically just reinstates that agreement with essentially the same terms and the same scope from that standpoint for another year to June 30th of 2027. So just giving us another year with Tate for the time being. And then the other part of this is at the request of Tate, as we were doing, reaching out to them for this amendment, they are still operating off of their 2022 rates as part of the agreement. So they had requested as part of the amendment, or as the amendment to the agreement, that they get updated to their 2026 billing rates for their work, since they're about 4 years overdue from that standpoint. So that's what this does, is it basically just keeps us going with Tate for another year and then just updates their fee schedule.
Thank you. Questions from the board? Trustee Wakeman?
I'm assuming that was a significant increase in rates.
Not necessarily across the board. So from looking at their last, so at the principal level, which would be our engineer, it went from 205 to 255. And then when you kind of get down into some of the other, if we're talking a CAD technician, it went from 90 to 115. So it's not a doubling on that. It depends on where it's at. It's about ranges probably from around $25 to $50 an hour, and a lot of those are done back to developer fees. That's where a lot of their time, and then if there is a specific project that John has, Tate will bill in that time as part of the project, and then we do have budgeted for just general engineering services if we have some items that we need just some help on engineering just in general. If we're talking more town standards and things like that, we do have some budget that we would be able to capture within that.
Are we anticipating after this that we would consider other firms, or
that's why we did 1 year.
Yeah.
Is looking at some different options for engineering going forward. That's going to be probably part of the budget discussion as we get into that. So that's why we did 1 year, just to kind of give us some flexibility with how we wanted to go about engineering moving forward. Tate's fully aware of that. They were comfortable with doing that just on a year extension while we kind of get figured out what direction we end up going for engineering.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, Trustee Nix?
No questions.
Trustee Rarick?
No question.
Trustee Cummings?
No questions.
Trustee Dean?
No questions?
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt?
No questions.
Finance Director Krolchak, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you, Mayor?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Just wondering, do we have a list of all of our contracts and when they expire?
So we are currently on that process and trying to gather all the data. We do have them. I know some of them are getting put in the Laserfish, which is our record keeping there. I know I've worked with Carrie on some of the stuff to make sure we have all of our contracts there. As you can imagine, sometimes you'll get contracts that might have been getting a little bit forgot about after 5 years. So we're in the process of making sure we have everything to date. And some of that had to do with making sure each department turns their contracts in to the record keeping department to make sure that Carrie has those. So we are in the process of that to make sure everything is there. But we are reviewing that in all departments across the board right now.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to approve the proposed agreement to reinstate and amend agreement for professional services with Tate and Associates, and to authorize and direct the mayor to sign such agreement.
Second.
Town Clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean?
Yes.
Trustee Rarick?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Cummins?
Yes.
Trustee Nix?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Orcutt?
Yes.
Mayor Austin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is the board reports. Does any board members have any reports tonight?
North Front Range NPO conducted a meeting last Thursday in Berthwood. Kind of something of note, the state of Colorado negotiated a term agreement with BNSF for rail access. By January 2029, they think that they're going to have rail access from Fort Collins to Denver with 3 round trips a day. And then long term, they'd like to have 10 round trips across the Front Range. So I thought that was kind of a lofty goal, but I guess we'll see how that pans out.
All right, thank you. That's promising. Any other board reports? All right, I did have a report from our last board meeting, but we were running late, so I delayed it to tonight. So on Saturday, May 16th, I attended the Celebration of Life for Laura Wild, a young student who passed away earlier this year. It's a beautiful celebration with young people caring about each other and showing a lot of support for her family. After that, I attended a meeting with Scott Nielsen, the RE5J School District Administrator, with Trustee Rarick. He just wanted to have a general conversation. And one of those items was we discussed at length bullying in schools, and unfortunately they're losing 2 important grants, but will continue to develop anti-bullying programs. We did discuss engaging Sylvia Martinez a little bit more in additional programs and doing more to celebrate students. One thought was to have some student recognition presentations at our board meetings. So I think we'll continue to follow through on that, and I think that's a very important thing for our community.
In addition to that, a couple of the discussions further that we talked about were the success of the library at Milliken Intermediate School, which has gone exceptionally well. Several of us attended that opening, and I, for one, was very pleased with the work that they did in the opening. Secondly, was concerns around the impact of the mill levy override expiring in 2 years that will impact approximately 10% of the school workforce. And lastly, the long-range planning committee has update proposals to Milliken Intermediate and Milliken Elementary Schools. Further discussions on the number of tracks at each school, looking at approximately 125 students per grade in those schools. And whenever we get a new town administrator, they would like to schedule a meeting with the school board and our board to discuss these proposed updates.
It's quite a productive meeting.
Yeah, it was very good.
Questions?
I just maybe an additional comment to maybe integrate a little bit what I think at one time at one of our kind of goal setting, it was quite a while ago now. I think it was discussed that maybe we could do some partnering with the schools and have students come lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance, do some things to interact a little bit more with our local schools. Maybe they could propose their students of the month or something like that coming and interacting with us a little bit more, and hopefully it's something to bring public in with their families and stuff into our meetings.
Certainly. I think that's a good idea. Maybe some of those be our future board members when they see how the board operates. Yeah.
I'm sure they'd be really excited. I do think it would be potentially a highlight for students and a good way to recognize our local families.
Any other comments? Other reports?
Why are you looking at me? We're gonna send out a report later.
Oh, I thought you said that you were going to have a report tonight. It's like,
No.
okay.
We're gonna send it out with his written report as well.
Oh. God.
Yeah.
Miscommunication, we have no further reports.
Yeah, no, sorry. Last night kind of did me in.
All righty. Any further business to come before the board? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're out. Thank you very much for your attendance. Good night.